Global Wind Energy Day today, 15th of June 2012, and what we've been doing is bringing lots of schools up, let them have a real sort of close-up look at the wind farm that operates in Taff-Ely. There's Hendreforden School down at the bottom of the valley, which overlooks the school. We've been working with them quite closely over the last year with education work to try and help them understand more, help the children understand more about renewable energy, about what we do up here, why we do it, and what it's all about. Over the last year, we've started to engage with them very closely. I mean, it's initially been around this wind farm, but what we've done, we've got an education initiative. Lots of packs of education materials which are on our website and which are all linked into the national curriculum, all geared towards different key stages and are bilingual. And we've been encouraging and working with the school to help them use those materials to help teach the kids about renewable energy, not just about our wind farm, but about the whole range of renewable energies and the options that are available, how they work, what they're all about.
The children are very enthusiastic about it. I mean, they accept the wind farms here as being part of their environment. They've been here longer than the children have always been here. They really enjoy getting involved. They're very passionate about going and taking the meter readings from the solar panels. They like to see what's going on there, and they understand that we're getting money out of that, and that's money then we can invest in other things like activities for the children. I think also they're taking the messages home. They will nag about turning the lights off in the bathroom and making sure the taps are off and those sorts of things. But they like getting involved in the recycling. They like to make sure the waste is being sorted out. We recently were involved with the local authority in having some new cigarette bins put outside the front, and the children designed posters for that, and they wanted to be very much involved in that. I think the children do see themselves as being citizens of their community, and they want to be involved in things that are to the benefit of the community at large, not just the school.
We get involved from the early days for a site like this, evaluating as it comes near the end of its project life. 20 years is a sort of typical lifespan. After that, the turbines start to lose efficiency due to breakdowns and lack of availability of spares. And obviously new technology and more efficient turbines are available, so it sort of makes sense to review. A lot of sites have temporary planning consent. Most wind farms are granted a planning consent of about 25 years. Taff-Ely's unusual in the sense it's actually got a permanent planning consent, so theoretically we could just keep this site running forever, provided we could get the spares and just keep it ticking along, but obviously the opportunity is there to repower. So once we look at a site like this, we undertake an evaluation, just as we would do with any sort of greenfield site we're trying to develop, where we look at constraints such as houses, environmental constraints, the landscape and visual impact of obviously putting larger or turbines in the first place on a hillside, and that basically influences your design process, and through that, through a combination also of evaluation of the wind speeds on the site, it's possible to come up with a wind farm design.
Wind farms have quite a part to play in the communities that we operate in. Obviously during the construction stage we're very visible, we're around a lot, but following on from that we're really keen to be a really good neighbour as a large business in Wales. We've got quite an economic investment across the whole of Wales, which has an impact on local communities in terms of job creation, in terms of long-term jobs. We also try and do a lot of work on the community benefit front. We operate community benefit funds with all of the wind farms that we operate in Wales and across the UK. Now what that means is that we invest funds into the communities, but we let the communities say what they want to do with that funding and how they want to spend that funding. And what that does, that really enables a whole load of really important local community projects to get off the ground.
I think that we should use more wind power and water power more than gas, oil and coal, because that could run out in a couple of years, so we need to keep as a supply instead of an everyday kind of thing.
I think it's good because then we don't have to use other kind of fossil fuels and stuff like that, so then if we needed it then we could always use it. And I think that it's good you use wind power and water and like solar power.
I like wind farms because they're really pretty in the views and there's lots of electricity going around and we would like to have more.
I live down in Crescent Play. My mother loves the view and my grandma wants to come up to see it. The view because she thinks it's really lovely.
Schools and the kids have been absolutely ecstatic about coming here today. I think they've been really excited. They've been doing a lot of work in preparation for coming here. So I think to actually come up and really get a feel for the turbines has really brought it to life for them. I think they've been working very hard. And I think getting a day out of school as well, albeit a horrible day as it is, but it's a great day for wind power. It's very windy and that's what we need, and the kids are having a great time.
RWE, well, we're going to be very committed to generating renewable energy both in Wales and around the UK. The fact that we're repowering this wind farm shows that we have got a long-term interest in wind in Wales, to be honest.
RWE!